You've seen the labels: 100% recyclable, made from recycled materials, eco-friendly packaging. They make us feel good about our purchases. But what if we told you that many of these claims are just lies? Today's consumers care about the environment more than ever. About 1/3 of shoppers worldwide are willing to pay up to 25% more for sustainable products. For Gen Z, that number jumps to 2/3 who will pay a 10% premium. But in reality, many big brands are exploiting this goodwill through greenwashing, marketing themselves as green while drowning us in plastic. Take the fast food giant, McDonald's, for instance. In 2019, they replaced plastic straws with paper ones all over the UK to reduce single-use plastics in their restaurants. You might also think that's a good initiative, but these paper straws were hardly recyclable and needed specific environmental conditions where they could decompose. And this initiative barely scratches the surface of McDonald's environmental impact. They're still producing about 2 million tons of packaging waste globally each year. While McDonald's is taking small steps, other companies are making even bigger promises they can't keep. Take Nestlé, for example. In April 2018, CEO Mark Schneider announced in public,
trying to show some real fast progress with a strong commitment now to the year 2025 to make all our packaging reusable or recyclable. We're also exerting a lot of effort here to help solve the problem that has been created so far on plastic waste.
Ironically, a beach cleanup in the Philippines found that almost 17% of the litter was from Nestlé products alone. Environmental nonprofit organization Greenpeace called Nestlé's plan greenwashing baby steps. Too vague, no specific goals, just talk about a collective approach. Nestlé claims they've reduced their use of virgin plastic packaging by 10.5% since 2018. They say they're on track to use 1/3 less virgin plastic by the end of 2025. But given their track record, we'll believe it when we see the real action. Speaking of action, let's look at how another global brand, Starbucks, approached the plastic problem. In 2018, they announced to eliminate plastic straws from all their stores. But this time, it wasn't replacing it with paper. Instead, they introduced a new sippy lid for all their beverages. Starbucks presented these lids as a more environmentally friendly alternative. It sounded like a win-win situation. However, it was quickly found that the new lid contained more plastic than the previous straw lid combination. Starbucks argues that these new lids are made from polypropylene, which is more easily recyclable and more widely accepted at recycling centers. But let's put this into perspective. Globally, around 10% of all plastic is properly recycled. So while these lids might theoretically be more recyclable, the reality is that most of them will likely end up in the same place as the old straws and lids, if not taken care of. While some companies are swapping out straws, others are making bold claims about their bottles. Let's talk about Coca-Cola, the world's largest plastic polluter for 6 years. We've actually made a whole documentary about their practices, which you can find on our YouTube channel. Coca-Cola, along with Nestlé and Danone, has recently been called out for potentially misleading statements about their plastic bottles. These companies have claimed their bottles are 100% recycled, but environmental groups argue that this isn't the whole truth. They say the bottles are never made entirely from recycled materials, and whether they get recycled depends on factors often outside of consumer control. So what can we do about all this? We need to recognize greenwashing when we see it. Companies that truly care about the environment don't just add eco-friendly initiatives when it's convenient. They build sustainability into every part of their business. At EcoCreds, we help such businesses showcase their plastic reduction efforts on the blockchain. Our system also rewards those who properly manage waste, incentivizing better recycling practices and pushing for real systemic change in how we handle plastic. What do you think? How can we push for real change in the fight against plastic pollution? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more eye-opening content.